Approximately 10 days before the meet, I essentially stood up from my couch and felt a sharp pain in my ribs and my lat on the right side. And basically, breathing was painful. I stayed up the entire night in pain. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I basically couldn't even walk around without being in pain. So the next day, I went and saw a doctor to just make sure, there's not anything seriously wrong. Based on that visit, we thought we might have like a broken rib or something. The very next day, they were able to tell me that, hey, there's nothing broken, so it's probably just a strain. That kind of gave us the confidence to take a small step back for a couple days, but then gradually ramp back up training. We altered our plans. It didn't bother me at all on meet day. It was frankly one of the strangest injuries I've had, but very, very thankful for a quick recovery. Ever since August of last year, we've essentially run the same training split. The microcycle has changed very little. We only make changes when there's evidence to present that a change needs to be made. I kind of look at this approach as almost the Theseus ship approach to a program. Essentially, you just change out things that aren't working with the program when you need to. It allows me to come into training with the expectation that, hey, even if this session is slightly off, I have another chance to go at it again next week and kind of correct for that. It allows me to kind of just fully let go and immerse myself in training. We've had some of the best progress that we've had in 20 months of working together. Those 10 months has seen the majority of our progress together. On game day, my body was feeling off warming up for squats, but having the Rep 1 sensor allowed me to have a little bit of confidence that we were trending correctly and that we could still hit some of the goals that we had in mind. Confidence was back. I got out onto the platform for my opener. I could hear my friends in the crowd. I could hear Jim cheering me on from the back, and immediately it clicked and I was ready to put everything into that squat attempt.
Get 9 here.
I was able to load up our planned second attempt, which was 235. And it was a 10 kilo meet PR as well, and my first 500 plus squat in competition. Unfortunately, on the re-rack, the spotters kind of torqued my shoulder a little bit, so that kind of impacted me for the third attempt. We went conservatively, loading up 245. We went on to bench press, which I already had a bit of sandbag goals just because the training environment that I'm in is so different to comp, but the shoulder injury kind of made us have to adapt and be even more conservative, dropping my opener and reducing size of the jumps we were planning to make. I think we opened at 137, which is still above 300, and it's 2.5 kilos above my opener at TBS Open in September last year. That moved really well, so we took the 5 kilo jump to 142, which is 315. By then we had the 2.5 kilo meet PR. We took another conservative 5 kilo jump, but right off the chest I felt the shoulder and I didn't feel like it was worth pushing through. And at this point we were 4 for 6. Meet PR secured on squat and bench with deadlift to come. Deadlift is my best lift. I was reasonably confident going into deadlifts. I had friends from training coming to talk to me and kind of giving me their support as well. So I was able to carry a bit of that into deadlifts despite being in pain from the shoulder. Right off the bat with warm-ups, with how aggressive they were feeling, I knew we would be able to pull something nuts. Stepped out on the platform, opened with 245. It moved like air, essentially. We jumped another 15 to 260. Which moved really well as well. And from there, we loaded up 600, took the 12.5 kilo jump to 272, which I had pulled once in the garage, but it was on a 45-pound bar. I knew I'd done it. I knew I could do it today, but still there was that uncertainty. I calmed myself down. I played the song that I've played on every single top set on deadlift this entire prep. The second I hit that ammonia backstage, I knew that whatever happened, either I was gonna pull it or I was gonna black out, trying to pull it.